So we talked about the story. Now let's talk about the gameplay. Combat-wise, it's pretty much the same. Uh, Spider-Man uses the luchador fighting style uh, to combine his strength and agility, and that's all fine and good. But uh, there's not a lot of there's no significant combos of note because it's all like a string of moves, and when you do a certain uh, number of hits on the enemy, they can get stunned, and you can press circle to take them down. And Spider-Man will do a web shooter style takedown in different variations, but there's no like uh, upgraded combo system like with the Batman Arkham games, which the games are heavily based upon. So nothing like that, but still, it's good. What they did improve upon was like how to use your webbing. You can use this time use it to disarm your opponents. Like if you were fighting someone like us, the female gang members known as the Speedies or Black Cat, you could take away their weapons out of their hands and try to make sure they never get it again. Of course, they will try to search for a different weapon, but you can just do the same thing, which I thought was pretty clever. Um, Another new thing is how they tweak the spider sense, and that it's more focused, acts more like Batman's detective mode, where you can have this like radar sense, and you can detect enemies or special objects that could be useful to you, which I thought was great and probably would behave somewhat like how Spider-Man's spider sense would react. Um, you could also use it to find civilians that you need to save too. Um, the stealth mode has been improved as well. They've increased the range of when you could take down an opponent with stealth attacks, and uh, expand upon where you can do it. Like if you took them down from a wall or from the ceiling, uh, you could you could take them down from there. Unfortunately, you're restricted to taking down one person at a time, whereas in the last game you could do up to two people once you upgraded the weapon. I might be wrong about that, but so far I've not seen you being able to take down more than one person at a time. Uh, Now, they what was really promised and promoted throughout the uh, promotion of this game was the web swinging. How they gave it more physics, where you're not swinging from the air, uh, you're swinging from building to building. So that offered a bit more grounded physics, which was really great, and is akin to the Spider-Man 2 game, which I'm not one of those people who says that it's the greatest Spider-Man game ever because it's not. But I thought that was a great feature. Um, Another thing that's new is that you get to take some of the abilities of your enemies once you beat them, such as Shocker's concussive blast. You can use that with your webbing to create these concussive web blasts that can be used to take down waves of enemies to stun them, or stun these brutes, which are like these big hulking guys who could take your punches and shrug them off. So you need like to stun them with the concussive blast, so you can do some real damage. Um, and then you got the ionic webbing, which you get from Craven, who in the middle of the game acts like your mentor to help you track down enemies and hunt down the Carnage Killer. Before you later find out he's betraying you for uh, purposes that I don't want to say because that would kind of spoil the game. And let's see what else. You can also do photo missions, like you'll get what you get from J. Jonah Jameson, who is voiced by Fred Tatasciore, and disappointingly not J.K. Simmons. But Fred Tatasciore does a surprisingly well impersonation of J.K. Simmons as J. Jonah Jameson, so I'll take it. Um, and if you and now let's talk about the Hero Menace system. The Hero Menace system is pretty much acts like this: when you're fighting crime and you do well, you become seen more as a hero, and you get to take less damage. You do more damage to your opponents and whatnot. And when you're not doing those things, you're being more and more perceived as a menace. And when you're perceived as a menace, it's the complete opposite of how you're perceived as a hero. And on top of that, you get hunted by the task force hired by Oscorp and the and Wilson Fisk. And the problem with that is that the crimes are way too frequent. I know we asked for them for repeating crime because in the last game, once you stopped all the crime, that was it. There was nothing else to do. You could just swing, and that was pretty much it. Um, Here, it's nice to have repeating crime so we could keep playing on and on, but it's way too frequent, and you have a certain time limits to get to these certain areas to stop the crimes. And when you don't uh, stop the crimes on time, or if you fail them, you uh, you hit to the menace system, which kind of takes away from the explorations, stops you from collecting comics, so you can read certain comics, such as the uh, first introduction of Carnage, the Spiderman No More story, which Raimi Man 2 ruined. Let's not go there. Things like that. And that's really distracting, really tedious. What they need to do in the next game is to have the crimes repeat, but not have like a time limit, or at the very least, not have them as frequently occurring as they do in this game. So next time, I'll talk about the extras in these games and my overall thoughts.